Hey guys, today we're going to talk about proxies and a person that is really special to me. So see you after this. Alright, I had some tough times recently and a lot of people in the community helped me out and gave me advice and were there for me when I was falling hard. But one person really stuck out and was always there for me from the beginning of my streaming, through my channel, through the podcast, building a community, being an awesome moderator. And this video is dedicated to you, John. Thank you. And thanks to you, I can also talk about proxies now, because last year I painted a proxy of Galadriel for his birthday and sent it to him. And it's now the proud centerpiece of his army. And this really fills me with joy. So I will talk to you about painting a proxy, showing you how I did it, and basically telling you what I think about proxies.
Oi, hold on there. Did you really think I would make an emotional video without some entertainment and without some humor? Well, you guessed wrong. Look at this, it's a freaking brush toilet. Okay, back to topic. I just use scale artist paints for this project and they are amazing. You just have to thin them down the right way. I started the well with a brown and a blue base coat, and then I went on with a grey and more layers of grey for the stonework. Best part of the sculpt, definitely the water effect. There's this slight rippling in the water and it's amazing to paint. It was really fun to do. And the tiny leaf also had a lot of texture to paint on. Amazing. So after adding lighter and lighter layers of blue, I went in with white for a nice rippling water effect. I guess it's not that good of a non-metallic metal gold, but hey, I went in with lighter and lighter layers until I hit white, and I think it looks pretty golden. I'm happy with it. So all there's left to do is paint the base rim black and maybe enjoy the view. Okay, there were some brown tones on the vines and stuff, but hey, you know, it's just painting.
From a company point of view, I can understand why, let's say, Games Workshop doesn't want proxies or, let's say, 3D printed models in their competitions because they want to sell their stuff. On the other hand, people use proxies like stand-in models from another range or even build their own. And I see both points. For me, that I only play casual games, I don't play in any competitions, I'm fine with it. You really need to make your army, and you can do that with the color scheme. You can just print proxies, you can use models or minis from another line, or you could just kit bash them. For me, it's fine, but I can understand, the monetary side of the company that holds like a competition or something.
Crazy part about the artist paints is just how pigment dense it is and how well it covers. Look at me just adding green over brown in one step. It's so cool. This classic character needs blonde hair and a white dress, but a yellow covering that well, that is quite rare. It is a really amazing color. And I just added a little bit of schmink white to my green that was already on the palette, and it mixed really well so I could paint green highlights. And I mixed a little bit of schmink white to my brown tones that were already on my palette, and I could paint some old skulls, and it mixed pretty good. This artist paint is just what it says. It's for artists. It works like you expect it to do. Call it artist's liberty, but I wanted to tell a little story of her spilling her water on the burned grounds of Mordor and bringing some life back to it. So I painted the water really bright blue and put some of it on the base over the green so it looks like this water is bringing back life to dead ground. Also, the artist paint white, if you don't own schmink white, works so well, as you can see here, painting the highlights on the water. A long time ago, I can still remember someone sent me Artis Opus brushes and I don't know who it was. True story, someone sent me those brushes and didn't include a letter or contact me on Discord or anything. So thank you for these brushes. I tested them and they are freaking gorgeous. They might replace my Raphael brushes. And yeah, as you can see here, I used them to highlight up the dress, and I used a cream tone for the dress and went up all the way to white so it doesn't look that boring. And then again, call it artist's liberty, but on the original model there's no purple or pink on the trim, but I decided she needs to lighten up a bit, so I added a purplish pinkish trim on the dress, which I think looks amazing. Do you guys know Zumikito? Yeah, I linked that son of a gun in the description, and he visited me and Peter on the podcast and he told me a thing about spaghetti hair. So if you just highlight individual strands of hair, that's spaghetti hair, you should treat the whole. So he basically told me, don't highlight individual strands of hair, just highlight the whole thing, and I hope I made you proud, Sensei Zumikito! Okay, so all there's left to do is put some highlights on the skin and paint in some blackish eyeshadow for, you guessed it, the eyes, and then I call it done. I invested a lot of time and a lot of love into this miniature because it is for John, and this is my way of saying, mate, I freaking love you.
Well, I'm done painting, so let's take a look at the time that my card corrupted and deleted most of the footage from the finished miniatures, so we can take a look at some pictures. Shit happens. Having the luxury to print, paint and send a mini over all the way to the UK is partly financed by these nice people here. And if you want to support me too, please feel free to visit my Patreon page or visit my Teespring shop. It's down in the description. Also, liking, commenting and subscribing really helps my channel grow. It will also be greatly appreciated. Thank you. From a personal point of view, I really like Proxies, and there's, especially in this case, a good reason to use a proxy. I mean, look at the original. I'm really sorry if I offend anyone, but she's ugly AF. Ooh, the proxy's much better. You guys asked for more slice of life and personal stuff, and I think this video is as personal as it gets. I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon here on The Bear and the Brush. Bye guys.